Professor's Garden.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaski pełna Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami i błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego Jezus.
Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaski pełna Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami i błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego Jezus.
Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaski pełna Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami i błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego Jezus.
Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen.
Chwała Ojcu i Synowi i Duchowi Świętemu.
University. Beautiful.
Santa Iglesia Católica María de Poder a decir de la Tierra era planera, centro de diversión y también y arriba. Aquí te llega un señor que te dice que no, que dice que la Tierra no es centro de diversión.
We're in Krakow.
Zachowaj nas od ognia piekielnego, zaprowadź wszystkie dusze do nieba i dopomóż szczególnie tym, którzy najbardziej potrzebują Twojego miłosierdzia.
Tajemnica piąta, śmierć Boża na krzyżu. Już nas mamy, wyobraźnia nam łaskę. Życie Jezus, życie wtedy. Życie dla Ojca, który jest w niebie. I na miłość Jego człowieka. Tam życie. Wiele tam robimy osób. I nie żyjemy dla siebie, ale śmiertelną.
We are in Market Square. We were here last night, and now we're on tour.
And now about the buildings. The one in front of us, you can see the tower, and in fact this is our leaning tower.
It's their leaning tower.
Of the town hall. It was built on the
Town hall.
on very wet ground, and after so many years there are problems with foundations, so it's quite
Śmierci naszej. Amen.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaskiś pełna Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami i błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego Jezus.
Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaskiś pełna Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami i błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego Jezus.
Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaskiś pełna Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami i błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego Jezus.
Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaskiś pełna Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami i błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego Jezus.
Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę
there is no connection. There is no story about the family.
No connection to Krakow.
I was here about 15 years ago as a worker from the foreign office.
Such a beautiful day. Love the square. We're walking into St. Mary's Basilica. Absolutely gorgeous.
You can see such scaffoldings not only in Poland, in Italy, in all the old buildings, not the way they look like. They look regular, scaffoldings were famous. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to enter the church,
barracks there, each holding up to 300 inmates each.
We're en route to
And
Auschwitz.
most of them were destroyed by the retreating German army, but some of them remained in place. Auschwitz I, that we'll visit with the local guides, was also partially destroyed by the retreating German army.
Ну, один раз, да. То есть, типа, два объекта рядом, а в один, типа, сели в трамвай и вышли.
1941, but the exact date is not known. In January 1942,
This is where they exterminated.
The buildings of the Polish government. All the ministers have their offices.
quote from Santayana.
A small version of the Pantheon.
Oh, yeah.
A miniature of the Pantheon. The story connected with the construction of this church tells us about the Polish architect who traveled to Italy in the 19th century, and he was so impressed with the Roman architecture that he wanted to have something from the Eternal City also in Warsaw. That's why he designed this church on the plan of the Pantheon. But the church, as well as the buildings which you can see here in front of you, to your left and to your right, these are not originally old buildings. They were recreated after the war. The city, only the royal way and the old town area where we are going to go for a walk shortly. Here to your right, the most ironic building in the city. Here to your right, the irony of this building lies in the fact that it was here where the main headquarters of the Communist Party used to be. Today, the stock exchange market. So a big change from communist to capitalist systems. To your right, the statue of General Charles de Gaulle, who lived in Warsaw. And in front of us, to the left, the unique palm tree in Warsaw. It's the only palm tree in the city because it's a plastic palm tree. The climate in Poland, ladies and gentlemen, of course, here to your left, the plastic palm tree, artificial palm tree. The climate in Poland is not warm enough for real palm trees to grow, so we decided to have a plastic palm tree in the city. Just for fun, yes.
That's a cute area.
Polish people are known for a very specific sense of humor. And, well, in the former headquarters of the Communist Party. Because that's the shopping area of Warsaw. A lot of shops, a lot of department stores. Well, as you can see,
Also,
here to your left and
there's
to
a lot
your
of Italian
right.
brands here. OVS.
There is a legend, another legend, which tells us about the beginnings of the city, the legend about the mermaid, half woman, half fish. This legend tells us about the prince who was hunting here in the woods by the river Vistula, who suddenly at one moment
That sometimes they were more, for example, 130. And the journey lasted from 3 to 6
the tomb of the unknown soldier with eternal flame. And also there are changes of the guards here, and also parades of the Polish soldiers. In front of us, the building which houses the headquarters of the Polish army. We are now on the military square.
Inside. In a moment, he will join these people waiting at the corner of Poland. They didn't know in this time, but we know today that this way directed only to gas chambers number 2 entry. They weren't any entrances to the concentration camps. In a moment, these people, this old man, will perish in the gas chambers.
You will see also the cross, the big cross on the left side here. Of course, the tomb of the unknown soldier. Behind it, the Saxon Garden, another beautiful park in the center of the city. And the cross here to your left, which commemorates the first visit of the Pope, John Paul II, to Poland. The Pope from Poland visited here, and he had a big service here. This is the cross commemorating it. In front of us, to the left, the big building is the Opera House, the National Opera and the National Theatre. The interesting thing is that the revolving, the moving stage of this opera is the biggest stage in Europe. It is bigger than the opera in Paris or in Vienna. To your right, the National School of Ballet Dancing. And in a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
And the one on the right was the righteous among the nations. So people who were helping Jews.
The history of Polish Jews on the left side here, and the main memorial in the ghetto. Here to your left, you can see it. This is the memorial which commemorates 360,000 Jewish people who were killed, who perished in this part of the city in the years, again, 1940-43. Many of them died. Dancing fountains. Every weekend here there are shows of light and sound shows, yes, the laser light. And yes, that's the old town area, and the dancing fountains and the river on the left side. On the other side of the river we also have beaches, because as hard as it is to believe today, it is really hot in the summertime in Poland, yes, and a lot of people go to the beaches, to the other side. As you can see, the sandy beaches.
Kid on the scooter.
It's really cool.
See, there he is. That's a beautiful story. Don't worry, I am going to get you singing the full-blown song. You're not going to be off the hook for that.
Of the escarpment and the cathedral. And the cathedral of Saint John the Baptist, which is the oldest church in the city. And in a moment, ladies and gentlemen,
That's gorgeous.
the Yellow Palace.
Quarters of the
Were
Polish
interned.
KGB.
A lot of people were tortured
building.
and killed during interrogations in this building. Today, the headquarters of Federal Police. Here to your right, the City Hall of Warsaw, the City Hall where the Mayor of Warsaw and the local authorities preside. They have their offices here. to your right, the main entrance to the office of our mayor. Yellow and red flag on top, and white and red flags, the colors of Poland, in front of the building.
Senior seat?
Yep.
In front.
We're now going up to see the Black Madonna in Częstochowa.
Hi, Jen.
There she is. It's the crematorium. 340 bodies a day where they would kill. This is the crematorium. They were naked before they walked in.
Square we are now staying served as an undressing square. It was so
This is where they undressed, right here.
people had to put the clothing on the floor. The nurses told them inside.
They told them they were going to go in and shower.
Because the nurses were perished here, the thousands of people for respect the memory of the victims, please.
They're playing Ave Maria. How's your hot chocolate?
Very good. Chocolatey.
Chocolatey.
We're at the bathroom earlier this year, doors and doors. It's like, I can't believe this isn't packed out. Where is everybody?
I told you about this.
Beautiful. This is Cloth Hall. I could do Purlavella here. Yes.
What do you think this is?
Everyone is an immigrant at some point.
Why is the sign in English?
So that they, oh, I'm on red. Oh boy. I like this kind of stuff here. Here we are at night in the old town in Krakow.
It's okay? Okay.
Oh, just got to the salt mine.
Dzień
Oh, you
dobry.
scared the crap out of me.
It was me. Dzień dobry.
She literally scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. That was pretty funny. So where are we?
We're at the salt mines.
What time is it?
We're the first ones. It's 8 a.m. It's a store.
We're at the salt mine.
Jewish textile manufacturer in the
Łódź.
19th century.
LODZ, Łódź.
And today it houses the City History Museum. So it's right in front of us. And when we turn in about half a minute, you'll see it on the right hand side.
Wall of Krakow.
Oldest one in Poland from 16th century. There are older graves.
Those are some out of
Really? No, I don't think so. I think that there's at least one.
I believe it's smaller, but actually it's not too bad.
Every month there's at least one near put somewhere in streets. Okay, let's stay here on the corner.
And that's exactly what we call these moving chapels, because they moved in them many times.
That's the oldest preserved building
It's from
in church.
early 13th century,
12th, 20th century.
but it's not very much older from the cathedral itself, because the oldest part of the cathedral, the presbytery part, yeah, where you can already see God.
Beautiful. This is the largest of the chapels.
This is the only chapel that moves non-wandering. It is in the same place from the very beginning. There's no chance to move this way, because all of the figures carvings has are made from salt. And also
Dates back to 1862.
salt crystals. The purest type of that here, 99.8%. Without extraction. This is only 20% without extraction.
The siege of Wrocław lasted 80 days because neither
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is all made out of salt. It's crazy. Oh, I love that. This is Jesus' life, from the nativity to the resurrection.
So I don't have a chance to show you because I don't have these paintings in here, but we've got paintings and drawings of ladies in these ball gowns, in these huge dresses, out here under the ground, dancing, having fun, and I believe these dresses were lesbian.
The Salt Market, I think is what he said. It's raining, chilly, windy. Salt.
The only thing they are selling flowers. And it's 24/7 flower market.
Residence of Polish kings, well, former residence. Today this is just a museum. The castle, which was built in 14th century from bricks, it was rebuilt by Italians in 16th century.
Flowers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's the gnomes that are everywhere.
Part of the cemetery. This is a group of graves of Helen which belonged to the family of the builder. 3 women who died because of plague last year. The builder, the father of Rabbi Rama is on the left-hand side. And the biggest one in the central part, this is the grave of Rabbi Moses Rama. And you can see the stones, you can see pieces of paper with request. In the lower part, that's
What's just the sidewalk? Or you go back.
The Church of... I don't remember. A lot of restoration going on in this church. Keep Opoli. Yeah, this is like a Hollywood Walk of Fame. Did you find
I really love my bracelet. I love
What'd you
my
get?
bracelet. Look at my little bracelet I got.
Nice.
Don't tell Perla-Bella.
That's funny. I gotta get you a hematite saint bracelet.
Music, and then all the dogs follow.
This
and
is the
they
green
come
strip that
around
goes
the
all
main
the way
square,
around
which is the
city.
most
It
prestigious
used to be the moat.
place in
and they filled it
Krakow,
in
and then
made it a
they are
park.
measured. And the biggest, the longest one becomes the king and queen of sausage dogs for the whole year.
God.
So it's fantastic.
They have a
I've been
sausage
Krakow all
dog
my
festival.
life, but I saw the sausage dogs parade only once a few weeks ago. It was so fantastic. One day we have also parade of dragons, because dragon is a symbol of Krakow. Maybe you've noticed little toys, little dragons sold everywhere in Krakow. And the dragon is here through this miraculous icon. Miraculous icon of Our Lady, Queen of Poland. We call her Our Lady of Jasna Góra, Our Lady of Częstochowa, Queen of Poland. You know her by the title Black Madonna, most probably. Right? So, yes, so welcome to her home. Welcome to the royal castle. We can say, yes, since Queen lives here. And we start our tour around the place from a visit to the museum of 600 years of the monastery.
600 years
from
old.
the arrival of the icon and from the arrival of first monks in the year 1382. 1382. I'm taking the tower, and on the top of this tower there is the second largest bill of Poland situated. It was the biggest one, but now the biggest one is in the sanctuary, in the modern sanctuary of Licheń. Anyway, this one is called Sigismund.
But it's something fantastic. It's like renewal of the spirit, you know, and so it's worthwhile to take the effort. So in the center of this ebony altar, mid-17th century, we see the icon, below tabernacle with the living presence of our Lord, and altar comes to mass. The masses in the chapel are one after another, about up to 12 a day, up to 12 masses a day.
One of the universities. This is St. Mary's Basilica in Krakow. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Oh my God.
Size of this compound. You can see watchtowers, barbed wire fences, and some of the original barracks are still there. They had bunk beds, so 3-tier bunk beds.
Look like orange.
With windows only under the roof, so small windows under the roof. It's very cramped, you can imagine for 300
Oh,
people
look at the crematories.
cramped
back.
into
See the chimneys?
those
Oh my god.
horse stalls, horse stables. And there are trenches just before the barbed wire fence, so if anybody jumped the trench, they were shot on the spot.
Oh, you got the other one.
They tore them a lot of barracks in the back. They just kept the ones in front here. Here's a big building here.
There's a railway track that goes, says we're crossing it now. So that's how the prisoners were brought to the camp from different European Jewish ghettos. Okay, so welcome to the parking lot. So wherever we park, so we'll meet again at the time that I'll let you know after the tour. It probably sounds like
Jeez.
1:30 or so.
Okay, this is very ceremonial. This is the end of The Whisperer.
Wow.
The Whisperer has traveled far. It's treated us well. It's told us many stories. Not as many stories as Andre told us on the bus and put us to sleep, but with The Whisperer, we walked to the streets. Ciao for now, Whisperer.
Arrivederci. Here's the Hotel Mercure. Here we are on the bus.
I'm trying to figure out how to say good morning in Polish. I'm really not good with Polish language.
Come on, give me a word. Give me a
I'm
word.
putting it in here.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, but that's not it. Let's see if my little lady can say it for us. There she goes. Hold on, we're turning the volume up. Everybody's thinking.
Okay, it's taken too long. Okay, do you want to tell us the story? Seeing that I'll never remember it, nor do I care.
So this is an ancient story about the Tartars were coming to attack the city, and there was a boy who saw them come in. He ran in, and he ran up to the top of the church, and he was sounding the trumpet, and the Tartars hit him and struck him right in the throat and killed him. And then when the people heard the trumpet stopped, then they knew they were really in trouble. And I think they won and fought back the Tartars, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to say they won.
She listened.
But I knew that he was going to be up there.
Two districts on the East Bank. The district of Warsaw, which we are going to visit this morning, and where your hotel is located.
Good morning, everyone. We are in Auschwitz right now. I can't believe it. We're about to start the tour. This is the place I have always wanted to come to. It's just mind-blowing. I've been watching several documentaries on Netflix over the past few days, and how sombering, how horrible that this could happen within our lifetime. 1.1 million Jews were killed in this camp alone since Auschwitz I. And as the tour continues, we will keep you guys updated. But God, pray for their souls. I'm sure they are here as angels. God bless them.
I went on. Let me see your set.
This is a goodbye song.
I don't think they're going to sing. It's just a... still all in awe of Andrei's story of escaping from the Soviet Union. Unbelievable. Completely new respect for him.
When will I see you again? Woo! Okay, I guess Andrei and Romek are not going to sing. God, I miss American music.
In the city, it's not a very popular building because when it was built, it was named after Joseph Stalin. Well, as you can imagine, Polish people don't like it too much, and in 1990s there were some plans to destroy it, to tear it down. The inhabitants of Warsaw voted to tear it down, but the architects of the city, finally the urbanists, decided not to do so, saying...
Better get going before it starts raining.
We're in an area in Warsaw that we never even saw before. It is unbelievably busy. Look at all this. Street after street after street. What are you looking up?
I'm checking out where our hotel is, but we found this wonderful new section of Warsaw.
So I was just telling them. I can't believe they didn't tell us about this. And there's the gelato.
Kilometer zero, mile zero, which means that from here, from this building, the mileage is counted to different places, exactly from the Palace of Culture and Science. Some people say that the nicest view of the whole city is from the top of this building.
That was the camp kitchen where the 12 chimneys. Oh my gosh. Work makes you free. This is the sign, the famous sign that they came through. Work makes you free. Make free.
Wrapping up our 10 days in Poland. It was really only 8 days in Poland, but so many different cities. Warsaw, I'm not even going to remember the whole route, but Warsaw to Warsaw. In between, we saw Wrocław, I'm not pronouncing it correctly, and Poznan, where we had a wonderful dinner with Elizabeth. Jennifer is like the shopping machine. She gets her little bag and she just starts going, shopping. She doesn't know what she needs to find, but she is going to find it. So it's a very fun trip, lots of laughs, lots of memories. Just had a nice sign-off dinner with some folks. And I hate to say farewell to Poland. It was better than expected.
For sure.
Polish food still, I'm about 50-50 on, but we did find some good Italian. So many beautiful, beautiful squares. And really, I think my takeaway was Poland is all about really World War II and all of the battles that they have gone through. I mean, there was a time when Poland was not a country. It had been divided up. They came back as a country. And then the Germans came in and they were intent upon having them never exist as a country again. So to me, the Polish people, you can understand why they're so strong and resilient for all of the things through generations and generations that they've put up with. So I still cannot say any Polish words, except maybe I can say dzień dobry, which is good morning or good afternoon, or stola, net żyje nam stola, net żyje nam stola, net żyje nam.
Me about this.
Żyje nam. That's happy birthday in Polish, the only Polish
Thanks,
I really
Dolores.
know.
Trees, of course, many of them are already losing leaves. Well, winter is coming to Poland, and of course now they are changing colors. But trees and parks and gardens, a lot of them in the city. Warsaw is considered to be the greenest capital city in Europe. 25% of the center of the city, of the central district of Warsaw, 25% is covered with parks and gardens. We really have a lot of parks in the city.
Hello, everybody. As Nancy just did very eloquently, is the goodbye, farewell to Poland. I will not be that eloquent. I don't even know.
Why are you wearing that hat?
Okay, so I have a jewelry show on Thursday where you have to wear a witch's hat, and I did not own one, so I found a witch's hat.
Where?
In Poland, in Warsaw. My hat is from Warsaw, Poland. How cool is that? Anyways, I'm going to keep it on as I'm talking to you. So what are my thoughts? Definitely better than what I expected. Poland is actually a very beautiful country. I did not think it would be this pretty. Very impressed. The tour. I would totally do a tour like this again. I was pleasantly surprised as to how organized it was, how easy it was. We never handled our luggage. Some major advantages. I met some really nice people along the way. Nancy and I were definitely the youngest people, I think, on this tour, but I think we had some, great experiences. Some of the highlights for me, going to the Black Madonna in Częstochowa was I just loved that city. It was just very special, and to do a mass in English, that I don't even know how that was like God just sending us back there, because we had left the tour and went back into the church to light a candle, and it was just amazing. Going to Auschwitz and to Birkenau, I don't even know what to say. I've become obsessed. I've been watching every night on Netflix, about Hitler, and what a crazy world, and my heart goes out to these people as to what they have been through. What else? I loved spending the time with Elizabeth. I thought that was really fun, and hopefully raised her spirits. There was one night I had the most fabulous dinner of all, and it was true Italian pizza. True Italian. That was so good I can't even tell you. The food has been lacking. I've ate way too much. Diet starts on Monday. Yuck. But it was a fabulous trip. Nancy is a fabulous travel partner. We're so similar in so many ways. Both of us are, go, go, go. There's no complaining. You got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You do what you got to do to see what you have to see. Experience the culture, experience the people. Get as much shopping in as you want. And we both walk into a store. We both immediately know whether we like it or not. And walk in, walk out, no dilly-dallying. And she walks as fast as I do, which is insane. I don't know of any person who walks as fast as I do. So I was very pleased. Nancy, love you. It was a fabulous trip.
Love you too.
And
ciao bella.
Ciao, ciao, ciao. And dzień dobry. And it's Cinquea is thank you. She kept saying cinque, and I'm like, it's not 5 in Italian. You got to add on the rest of it. Cinque Terre, cinque. We said all kinds of things to Uber drivers or whatever. Anyways, it's been a delight. Look forward to the next adventure, and you'll see this on DVD.
Right, they played a very important role in the history of our country. They took part in a lot of battles. They were very famous for their bravery, and the park named after them here in the center of the city. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting to the most elegant, the historical part of Warsaw, the area known as the Royal Way. The Royal Way, which was laid
that all
There's a
people
camp
went on the
orchestra.
whole Czechoslovakia in the evening. But what happened with the death of killed prisoners during the war? Their bodies were brought to this camp and by orders.
The capital city was in Krakow. In 1596, the Polish king, whose name was Sigismund Wasa, he moved the capital city from Krakow to Warsaw. And when the king came here, together with his whole court, all the wealthy aristocratic families, all the rich merchants,
Famous tree. If they escaped, their family would have to wait here until they come
in
back.
the 20th century. Here to your right, you can see his statue.
Thrilled I got him.
Here to your right, in a moment, in the park.
1,000 prisoners slept in each one of these.
And every 5 years here in Warsaw. There are organized Chopin music competitions. All the statues of our
We're at the gas chamber. This is the most famous square in Warsaw. The Castle Square. That's Margaret. Pierogies.
the Church of Saint Anne and the Castle Square. To the sun. It feels much better in the sun.
Really charming area.
Mostly now to must be open the gas chamber.
So pretty. It's a little cold. Very pretty though. This is all their luggage. The official symbol of mermaid of Warsaw is mermaid.
Poker places. Ladies and gentlemen, there was this handsome prince.
These are a bunch of glasses of the prisoners. As you can see it. Huge prayer throngs. This is a Jesuit church. Look at all the rosaries. I know, it's very cool. I've never seen them. There's Nancy praying. These are the handicapped that they had no use for. They thought they were going to live here. They thought they were going to work. We're now in the medieval part of the old town. And there's Margaret, and there's Nancy waving. There used to be a drawbridge and a moat here.
Europe, not only in Poland but in Europe, where there were two uprisings. Yes, Warsaw was also the only city in Europe which stood up against the German army in 1939. Yes, in 1939, as you know, the German army marched to Paris.
The National Library. This building was built in 1989 as a remembrance.
She's talking in my ear. I wish I could tell you everything she was saying. It's Sunday, so it's pretty dead. About 40,000 pairs of shoes. Palace of Justice, or their Supreme Court. Over 100 mermaids in Warsaw.
Beautiful example of the continuous reconstruction of Warsaw. This building was recreated really comparatively recently, about 6-7 years ago.
Looks like it.
By private entrepreneurs. And we are back on the main which is my favorite garden in the city with its beautiful fountains. On the other side of this garden, there is the tomb of the unknown soldier, which we are passing. The one who was the creator of the West Point Military Academy, the one who fought together with George Washington in Saratoga, yes, in the Revolutionary War. Well, of course, the English pronunciation quite often is the Kosciuszko, right? Or
this is Block 11, known as Death Block.
the outskirts of the city. I'm going to meet you back again, but those of you who are not joining me.
Here's the Blessed Mother. This is the palace. Oh, look at the bridal party. Here's the ticket office. This is the Villa Naui. This is the Versailles of Warsaw. We are at the Villanova Palace. Absolutely beautiful day. Cold but beautiful. Actually not bad right now.
Tak, było nie przeżydować.
This is the White Hall.
What is this?
This is the White Hall.
Tell us.
This is some guy's palace. I don't know his name yet. We took an Uber here, and it was only $10, and it was a 25-minute ride. It was great.
They talk to the Nazi sometimes executed prisoners by hand, and they usually use this
Paintings at the back. So incredibly overwhelming.
Il a reçu une éducation soignée, puis a fait un voyage d'éducation en Europe. Il est découvert aussi des nouvelles sensibles à l'homme.
So incredibly sad. 40 volts of electricity. Getting to yellow. This is not good. That's really pretty right
I know.
there.
I'm like, that's really pretty. You want to stand over there? Yeah.
This is Birkenau.
Like mine. Yes. Yes. They're all ready for Christmas. They got their way.
First party camp behind you, the Great Barracks. It was the women's camp intended for 20,000.
20,000 female prisoners back there.
This is owned by the Polish
This
government.
part of the right side, it was the main part in Birkenau. It was intended for 60,000 prisoners. In the summer 1944, they were lived in Birkenau at once 90,000 prisoners. And the main part was divided also some smaller camps. This row of the wooden barracks, it was the quarantine camp. The next part with this alone barrack, it was the family camp for the children that were here together. At the next to the trees, the last it was
To get through here, you'd be jolted with 700 volts. The other one was 400. I think I said 40 by mistake. 400 versus 700 here.
Okay, so welcome to Warsaw, Poland. This is an adventure with Bonnie and Clyde, otherwise known as Jennifer and Nancy. So we are with the Globus Tour. We're the youngest people. The tour guide has already said we're special. So I'm not really sure what that means, but I think it's because we're young and pretty. So we're having a great time. Today we are at the Wilanova, I think that's how you pronounce it, castle. And it's known as the... what's the name of the beautiful castle in
Versailles?
Versailles, the Versailles of Poland. We went to part of Mass. We saw the inside of the house. Now we're in the gardens. Later on, we did a bus tour with our group, and we got many, many adventures. And so far, the food has been but I think it's going to get better. Ciao.
second part is sanitary part. It was the toilets. As you can see, conditions were very primitive.
Hello there. As my better half just said, we are in Warsaw, Poland. I can't believe we're in Poland. You know, we booked this back in late April, and I kept thinking, oh my God, October 4th, when would that be? Here we are, and we are in Poland. A little colder than what I would like. I actually have gloves on, thank God. But you know what, all in all, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a lot nicer than what I thought it would be. As Nancy said, the food, so far I've been eating bread. Lots of bread and cappuccinos. Their food is just not, it's weird. I had pancakes, there was no syrup. They're just, yeah, their combinations are kind of strange. But anyways, we're probably gonna do pierogies tonight. We have to have dinner someplace and get some Polish food. And so far so good. Our tour group, as she just said, is a little older than what I was hoping for. We got all glammed up yesterday getting into the Perla Bella, and I'm like, yeah, don't even bother anymore. This ain't working. I'm gonna wear it because I like to be jeweled up, but yeah, don't even bother. These people are coming in there with their flannels. So anyway, I don't know how to say even one word of anything in Polish. I don't even remember what he said thank you was. It's a very, very difficult language. But on that note, I'm gonna say arrivederci. Go. This is the Polish Jewish Museum for the Holocaust.
When the Nazis imported the wooden barracks here, they were empty, but before they were used by the German army as a field stables for 51 horses. And to this day, we can see some of the metal poles at the wooden element here. Can you see? For tie the horses. They were empty in this place, and the Nazis constructed here the 3 levels wooden platforms that you see here. They are the replics. Each of these levels was intended for 5 prisoners. So the whole barrack was intended for at least 400 prisoners. They sleep at the straw mattresses without any pillows. Instead of the pillows, they put shoes under their heads. They had to sleep in the overclothings. The best places for sleeping were at the top, the walls at the bottom. Why? They had to sleep in the overclothing. So after the raining, they were full of the water. The water dropped at this, was sleep at the bottom levels. But the water, it wasn't a problem. They had to sleep in the water, in the mud, but also in urines and excrements because of diarrhea. And the prisoners who sleep, we can come closer to the... And these who sleep at the bottom level were attacked by the rats. And the rats here attack not only the dead prisoners, but also sleeping. In 2 boxes they changed. They didn't install the platforms. The box next to the first gate, it was separated by the...
Okay, love you. Love you. Bye.
Oh, I'm glad we just took an Uber over here. Running out of battery. This is Cloth Hall. I don't know if it's open or not.
Many years ago, it was 2005. Here's a picture.
On Zillow and Airbnb for Old Town.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
Where are we, Jennifer? We're in Old Town in the... What square is this? It's like the famous square.
I don't know.
It's the one where you celebrate New Year's Eve. And that guy on the top, who is he?
I don't remember. We walked
He's the
through
guy,
here.
I think, that led the rebellion.
In the Army, Lakeview.
Oh, you don't know that.
So she's got a 6-year commitment. Shopping.
Offices.
Yay!
That's why I always...
Okay, so now we're on this elevator. It's like a train elevator. There are 4 compartments that hold, believe it or not, 8 of us jammed in here. Ooh, now we're going down. Yep, here we go.
Control. 20 seconds. Woo! And here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, if you were
What city are we in?
We are in the city of Łódź, otherwise spelled L-O-D-Z.
Łódź.
And this is an old textile.
Okay, this is going to go very
plant.
fast.
This whole city was textile. And when the 1990s came and communism, they lost out. So it's just now been redeveloped. Look, Starbucks. Cute, very cute.
We're going to TK
Maxx.
Maxx.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Here we are. You may take a look. We are now exactly 64 meters below the surface, so this is the first level of our mine. But we've got here 8 levels more. There are 9 in total. The depth of the mine is 327 meters, which is about 3 meters more than the Eiffel Tower in Paris, which is but under the ground, of course. So we can fit entire Eiffel Tower here into the mine. But obviously, our goal today is 135 meters only. So I will show you some parts of first 3 levels. So what you will see today is only 1%.
You know it's the real thing.
Sandra's bumpy cake.
Thank you so much.
I
And you can
figured.
share if you want or not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Ladies and gentlemen, so this is the very first chamber. So finally, let me start by saying that our mine is more than 700-year-old one. They started mining here in the second half of the 13th century. It means obviously that the mine is quite old. But to be honest, this is not the oldest mine we've got here in Poland. It is not the biggest, definitely not the deepest one. But anyway, it is quite a big place because we've got here 300 kilometers of corridors. 300 is like half of Poland from north to south in a straight line. We've got 2,040 rooms, so this is the whole labyrinth. And that's exactly why all of these places here have different names. And because I don't know if you noticed when we were entering, so now on my left but then on your right side, we've got
Jen, where are we? We're in Poznan.
With Elizabeth.
With Elizabeth. And she's got a bumpy cake.
Hi, Elizabeth. We've been videoing everything.
She's a second lieutenant
in the U.S. Army. We're so proud of her.
40 guys.
these rooms and corridors, and because there's so many places, they needed many names, over 2,000. So that's why usually these are names of Polish cities, rivers or mountains, because it was easier this way. But some rooms are named after important visitors, famous Polish people, famous foreigners.
Hold on, I can get one. Okay. Okay. Sure.
That's a pretty background right there. This is all made out of salt. That's crazy. Elizabeth is telling us a very interesting story. Love this. What is this?
You think? I think it was the one that was right around the side.
Okay. This is absolutely gorgeous. This looks very Austrian
It's
to
all
me.
restored. It's bombed.
It's gorgeous. They did a beautiful job restoring it.
Growing here again on different wooden elements, on walls, on the floor, everywhere. So this is the brand new layer. That's like purified version without extra minerals.
Lady with books.
Books?
Lady with books,
Okay.
because in 1997, so 22 years ago, we had the biggest flood ever happened in Wrocław. A third part of the city was underwater. So it was like... If you ask anyone in the street what does it mean, probably maybe not no one, but just few people would answer correctly what does it mean, because the old name is Ostrów Tumski, and we don't use these two words any longer in Polish language. There are very, very old words.
They only detach the center, so it's about to start. Not natural.
There's a Jeep. Starting to rain. We're on an island. Made out of salt. They started these in 1960. 1966 to be exact. For tourism.
Construction, which is in here, in front of you. The system of roads, these horses, you guys, this is the old-fashioned lift. This is a part of our transport system.
The Roman city of London is fourth largest after Warsaw.
And two streams called Black Vistula and White Vistula, they join together forming one river. It flows north towards Warsaw, Gdańsk, and drains into
Oldest synagogue in Krakow, end of 15th century.
Ocelowe podłożenie ognia. I wtedy, jak już sytuacja została opanowana z tym pożarem, to Jan Olbrat twierdził, że jeśli nie potrafimy się ze sobą dogadać i żyć ze sobą w zgodzie, to trzeba katolików i Żydów rozdzielić.
This is the town hall. Gothic and Renaissance architecture. Wealthy city. This is the third largest city. How pretty this is. Gorgeous.
Played during Jewish wedding festivals. Every afternoon, every evening, there are concerts organized in most of the fantastic places. If you look to the right hand side just now, you can see the bookshop, but you can see very characteristic arch, and this is the building of the former synagogue.
This is the former synagogue. We're in the Jewish quarters right now in Krakow.
She was born in a very poor family, so she wasn't rich by origin.
U.S. Cosmetics?
She was one of 9 children. And when she was a young girl, about 15, 16 years old, she emigrated to Australia. In fact, her family wanted her to marry.
And 12 stalls were in the middle.
Hansel and Gretel. Some of the gnomes.
Jennifer, you want to stand?
Tomatoes soup. We have them at every breakfast buffet. Also, we also have a lot of pickled things, which is not surprising because for the long, cold winters, they had to preserve food in the past, and in fact, every Polish.
Guess who wants to go in there? Where do you want to go?
Store.
It's a store.
Secondhand clothes.
We are in Opoli. Very pretty day. It's not raining and it's actually quite fun. Yes, castle.
Only the tower has survived, which is now one of the symbols of Opoli. Also commands an exquisite view of the city.
Gorgeous. We are in Czestochowa, and that is where the Black Madonna will be going there later. We are in Czestochowa. There's the cross. She's praying. I don't know what church we're going into. I don't know what, that looks like a pope.